Good evening. No. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Team GOWGO Wrestling Podcast. It is Uptown Saturday morning, the 19th of January, and we are your hosts, Blitzball Champ and Hollywood Cinema. What's up?
Did
you sleep well?
Yeah. I usually sleep pretty well generally.
Yeah, I slept pretty well, especially after having all that Zaxby's.
Itis.
Oh, dude. Yeah. For reals. But we got quite a good bit to talk about. We just recently had the first ever NXT UK TakeOver, which was TakeOver Blackpool.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta be honest with you. It was good, and then there was some surprises, that I didn't really think would happen.
Yeah.
So let's go right on into it.
Yeah.
So there were 5 matches total. So we had the NXT UK Tag Team Championship Tournament Final, and Zach Gibson and James Drake defeated Mustache Mountain. I did not think they would win.
No one did.
I highly felt that this was the perfect opportunity for Mustache Mountain to become the first time NXT UK Tag Team Champions, but I guess they got this established heel team and want to build them up for a while.
Which they should. They really should.
Which they're not slouches. Zach Gibson did win the most recent United Kingdom tournament to challenge for the United Kingdom Championship. So, there's that. But, and
the way they won was good. It was great, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. It was actually a back and forth match, and they won legit. That's the one thing I will say. They actually won legit.
No tights, no cheating, no foot on the ropes, no nothing.
Yeah. But I guess Mustache Mountain's gonna have to wait a little longer.
Now you get to see them fight for the championship.
Yeah. Which they will eventually become champions.
Oh God, yeah.
So, next up, we were supposed to get Jordan Devlin versus Travis Banks, but Travis Banks was not cleared to go. So, there was a surprise replacement who turned out to be Finn Balor.
Dun, dun, dun.
The student faces the teacher.
Man, got that ass whooped.
He put up a good fight, though.
He did, but he was not going to win that.
Oh, no. I thought about it before. I was like, dude, could they really seriously put Jordan Devlin over even more if they had him beat Finn Balor? And then I had to catch myself. I was like, nah.
Yeah, are you crazy? Not at this point. It ain't happening.
But it was a great match, though.
It was. They let him get his offense in.
Yeah, but it took him a while because Finn Balor, he came out dominating for the first portion of that match. But yeah, that was a big pop for the fans. A surprising Finn Balor in NXT UK.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we had for the third time, Bomber Dave Mastiff versus Eddie Dennis in a no disqualification match, and Dave Mastiff stays undefeated and is now 3-0 against Eddie Dennis.
Yay!
Are you surprised at that?
Well, no, didn't he lose the first one?
No.
Oh, Oh, I thought you said that Eddie Dennis was one that was that what you call it was 3-0.
No. But Dave Mastiff.
Well, yeah. Well, no, Dave Mastiff lost their first match because of
No, they didn't.
I could have sworn he was one of the first one.
No.
Their very first meeting.
No. Dave Mastiff won.
Okay, good. He should have won all three.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still undefeated, bro.
Good.
I'm just kind of surprised. I would have thought maybe he'd be 2-1, or maybe, the second time Dennis would cheat to win, but yeah.
Dave, he can do more stuff, and the guy's fine. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Dude even kicked out of Eddie Dennis's finisher. I was like, dang.
Yeah, and he got planted on the friggin' steel steps too. It was awesome.
Yeah. But all it took was a cannonball to Dennis through a table.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
To sink in the victory. But now it's like, what's next for Dave Mastiff? Because,
we shall find out. I won't be surprised if he faces off against Walter at some point and then loses.
That'd be interesting. And then we had the NXT UK Women's Championship match, where it finally became Tony time. Toni Storm defeated Rhea Ripley to become the new champion.
Yay!
So, I know we were kind of discussing before, with the whole thing that happened with social media with Toni Storm, that this may have, could have halted the plans for her winning the title, but looks like that's not the case.
Looks like she is going forward, as I'm glad she is.
Yes. So, but yeah, quite a redemption story. Wins the second Mae Young Classic, then becomes the second NXT UK Women's Champion.
Oh yeah.
2-2.
What?
But my guess is that going forward now, probably in the next person to really be built up to challenge her will probably be Jenny.
I would. Why do you always say it like you're Forrest Gump?
Well, yeah.
Jenny.
I mean,
You love yourself some Jenny, as you say.
Dude, she's a beast in the ring.
She's cool.
But
I guess I don't see a lot of difference between her and the other heel girls. Like I guess they all kind of seem the same. Just in the way they kind of do the heel thing that they do. All the face mugging and stuff like that. But that's indicative of most heel wrestling. So I guess it's not fair of me to pay attention to it.
Maybe so. But, I mean, I don't know. There's not that many heel females currently. I mean
they can literally have anybody. Because that's kind of the good thing about it being so small. You can set up any matchup you want to.
Because I think the only heels that come off the top of my mind are Jenny, Nina Samuels, and Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
So yeah, great match. These women brought it and delivered.
It's their job.
And then we had the main event, the WWE United Kingdom Championship match. Pete Dunne continues his epic reign by defeating Joe Coffey. Which, I mean...
Interesting.
I mean, dude, come on.
It's just, at some point, it gets to be a little too long, where it's just kind of like...
But could you really see Joe Coffey as the champ
to build up Dallas? Yeah. Like, I feel like that's more interesting than Pete Dunne not being on NXT UK until there's a championship match like he has been up until now. He's been on like 3 matches. He has had like 4 matches. It's just, he doesn't show up. Like, it's just, it's cool that he's got so many days, but I'm getting annoyed with it because they're not doing anything with him or with him, that or anything. outside of the title match. He is baby Brock Lesnar.
So you're ready for a new champion?
Oh God, yeah, I'm sick of it because it feels like it's still 2 years ago, and I feel like you can't evolve past what you were until you actually make a change, and they seem unwilling to do so. So it still feels the same as like it's just like, oh, okay, this is fun. Doesn't mean anything because it's the same shit. It's fine, but it's just, I don't know. I'm getting sick of it. That's just too many days. It's because I know this stuff is fake. That's the thing. Like when when somebody has a belt for that long, all that tells me is that you don't believe in anybody else to lead you. And in that, what has he done to lead that brand other than be around sometimes?
The fans love him as champ.
Yes, but for what reason? He is literally their Brock Lesnar. Except for he has matches because he doesn't have the same cachet that Brock Lesnar has from previous experiences.
He's not 100% Brock Lesnar, but he's not far
because
from
he's little. He has maybe showed up on NXT 4 times. Last year, how many times did he show up on NXT? Twice? 3 times? A takeover? Like 2 takeovers? Like it's not. I forgot about that championship multiple occasions while he's been champion. Because he's not around. But nobody seems to notice that. Because he's the bruiserweight. Yeah, that's great. But what story does he have to tell? Who is he? We literally know only what we've heard through that soundbite at the beginning of the first UK championship. That's when we learned the most about him. All of a sudden, he became a guy who didn't hate Tyler Bate and didn't just want what he had. So why are they cool now? I don't know. Like there is no story with him, and that's unfortunate. So I feel like you need to get that belt off of him to make it interesting.
Well, he's
outside of what he is.
Well, he's part of the stable as well, British Strong Style.
Yeah, and that stable is around because why?
To battle against Gallus.
Yeah, and it was that. Okay, why? Like, why are they even helping each other? Didn't that guy still take that thing from that guy? Doesn't he want that back? Oh, he don't give a shit now, right? Okay,
that was 2 years ago.
I know, but you don't. Tyler Bate. See, that's another problem. I don't take Tyler Bate seriously. As well, I don't take those guys seriously. It doesn't feel like they want to be the best. They just want to be around. They just want to smile and wave and punch and be cute. And and that's kind of the problem with NXT UK. Ultimately, it could have great matches, but it feels the same way that a ROH feels to me, where it's just like, oh, this is really good wrestling, but I don't give a shit. Story wise, there is no story to be had. Now they do backstage stuff, but
yes.
But that stuff feels like they're just holding place because they're taping this shit in advance. And basically, it felt like up until now they were just waiting to get to TakeOver. So I'm hoping from here on out there's more of a, they know what they have plans, because I feel like they didn't have plans. They're just putting shit together. To get to TakeOver. But that's what NXT felt like last time before the first TakeOver. It just felt like, oh, okay, it's just a bunch of personalities that just are just being put into matches that will hopefully lead us or inspire some good booking down the line. And I'm hoping with these new people coming in that we can get some good booking. Mm-hmm. And something that isn't just, okay, we got 2 episodes of this to film today. Who are we going to have face each other? So hopefully I get to see stuff that it entertains me outside of just wrestling.
Well, here's hoping as well. What'd you think about Walter coming out at the end of the match?
I thought it was cool. Walter chops a lot. Chops the shit out of people. I'm intrigued. He's a big dude.
Yep.
And then ultimately, I swear to God, if they had Pete Dunne beat him, I'm out. Like, I'm out. I'm out. Because it's already getting ridiculous. Now I'm out. Like, if he wins cleanly, I am done. I'm not watching NXT UK no more.
Really?
I won't. I'm sick of Pete Dunne, yo. And when Pete Dunne first came in, I was like, you got the look, you got this thing, and then nothing. He just frowns, he scowls a lot, and punches his face.
And breaks fingers.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, Marty Scurll does that too. Cute. I just don't. I Walter better win the championship in his first match, or I am 100% not watching NXT UK no more. It's just it's past the point of believability at this point.
So you do want Walter to be the next champ?
I want anybody to be the next champ. Honestly, I'm tired of this.
Just get it off of Pete Dunne.
Yeah, it's been the same thing for 2 years. That it sounds great, but when you actually start thinking about what that means for your brand, that's not good.
You're not a fan of streaks, are you?
Not that go on forever. Streaks are meant to be broken. That's the whole point of them. I feel like that's the thing that's always forgotten in stories as far as WWE is concerned. Streaks are meant to be broken. That's
at some point.
Yes. So you think that somebody else is going to hold that belt for 2 years now? Nope. It just because that means that it's stagnated. Because the reason why, and let's be real about this, the reason why Pete Dunne was champion as long as he has been is because NXT UK didn't exist up until about 6-7 months ago, officially. So while it's cute to pad those numbers, it's more indicative of the fact that you guys had no planning going into this, and now you're just you're acting like I don't remember that. And I find the act of having my intelligence insulted annoying as shit and a waste of my time. I only got so much time to enjoy entertainment. Please don't make me force myself to do so.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. Okay, let me ask you about this. What about Jay Briscoe's streak when he was ROH champion?
ROH loves a streak.
But he actually wrestled a bunch.
He did. which I feel like they do a lot in ROH, right? ROH was a weird company where they just it's all wrestling, barely any story. So that's all they do. Because they have They have 1 million matches a month, and their pay-per-views are like 12 matches. It's to the excess because they don't have anything else to bolster that wrestling, so you have to add more of it. So that streak is cool. It's just I know why he had to wrestle a bunch. Is because he had to.
Yeah, he was the champ.
What are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? That company is set up to. It doesn't have any material that doesn't happen in the ring or in front of a green screen.
They do have a lot of promos though, and I feel like when they want to
those promos are barely promos.
Well, I feel like when they want to do a story, they know how to pull the trigger.
They do, but it's all in ring. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Saturday afternoon WCW. Where it was all just interviews, people interviewing people, and then just the ring stuff because they were just putting together stuff. That's what it feels like to me. And while it's nice for a Saturday afternoon, I can't invest in that. It's a product that doesn't take advantage of its medium, and no.
And WCW had a lot of wrestling too. Monday Night Nitro, Thursday Night Thunder, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night.
I was specifically talking about their Saturday thing because it would literally be just talking head on a backdrop and then a match. And that to me is what ROH is 90% of the time.
WWE did the same as well. I think theirs came on after WCW's.
Yeah, they did. There's superstars. There's a certain feel to that. Like it's an hour long. It's just there for matches because it's what main event is.
Right.
You know, like that's and you invest in main event. No, I can tell you that right now. You don't. You haven't watched it in forever.
Right. I was gonna say that.
I tell you about that shit. like it's just that's not a format that leads you to be invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not showing that you give a shit. It's matches.
Yeah,
It's cute. It's awesome. It's so good. I can watch anything for that. Why should I watch that?
Fair point. Fair point. So we're gonna switch gears for a bit. I'm gonna talk about the Honor Reigns Supreme show that I went to. I went with my
Segue.
with my good friend Leo and my dad.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. We were second row. So had a couple of prequel or pre-show matches. Had like 2 pre-show matches. They weren't bad. I don't really remember who. Oh, that's sad.
Oh, no notes were taken. All right.
But they had a pre-show. The pre-show was all right. Has some pretty good matches there. So let's get to the main show. Oh, and I met Tennille Dashwood, who's still recovering. She is gorgeous, by the way. I met NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis, who was the surprise. I did not expect him to be there, nor be there for the meet and greet.
Ask him about Mickey.
Nah.
I would've.
Of course, my dumb self asked him first time in North Carolina. Oh, I was so dumb. He looked at me with this cold stare, and he was like, hell no.
Yeah. NWA, man.
I felt so retarded afterwards, but he was cool about it. Got to hold the belt.
So, very good.
Nick Aldis is cool. He's really cool. And he challenged me to bring 10 friends to the Crockett Cup.
Now to challenge him to bring his wife to the Crockett Cup. Holler.
Oh my God. You are such a Mickey James lover.
Oh, I is. Because I got good taste. Holler.
Sometimes you do.
Oh, I got good taste all the time.
Not all the time.
All the time.
Because you reject the pirate booty.
Yeah, because it's barely like I don't want no fool's gold with gold. I want.
Excuse me?
I don't want fool's gold. I want them ducats. What I say?
You lucky I'm on Skype.
Whatever. Booty cheeks.
You wouldn't have said that in front of her either.
Yes, I would have. I don't give a shit.
Whatever.
Don't nobody pump fear through these veins.
But I take it you didn't because you didn't want to ruin my moment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be an asshole.
All right. Oh, and I met Shane Hurricane Helms. He was really cool as well. His girlfriend or wife was there. I don't know if that's his girlfriend or his wife. Dude, he's gained some weight.
Oh yeah, he is a solid man.
Yeah.
No more cruiserweight for him.
Yeah. Got to hold his belt too.
Nice. What belt is his? What belt he got?
That customized Hurricane belt.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. All right. So to the actual show. First off, we had the Shinobi Shadow Squad, which is made up of Ryan Nova, Eli Isom, and Cheeseburger. They went up against this new stable of John Schuyler, Josie Quinn, and Corey Hollis. And they beat them. 3S beat them. It was actually a really good match.
Cheeseburger involved? Okay.
Yeah. And Eli Isom, that boy can fly. Dude, I think he has a bright future, for reals.
Nice.
But that was a good way to start off. That was a good 6-man tag match. Next up, we had Mark Haskins, who signed a new contract with ROH. And he went up and defeated the Beer City Bruiser.
Yeah, Bear City Bruiser. I forgot about that fucker.
Yeah, he's a face now.
Oh God.
Yep.
Sandman.
After the match, they had a toast of honor. He got a beer from Mark Haskins, and they toasted.
Oh boy.
It was
Sandman.
It was actually a good back and forth match. Mark Haskins got the victory with a double foot stomp.
Foot stomp.
Next up, we had a tag team championship. We had some New Japan talent in the form of the IWGP United States champion Juice Robinson and Dave Finlay teaming up and defeated best friends Chucky T and Beretta.
Nice.
Was a really great match. Actually, Dave Finlay got the pin for his team. So that was cool to kind of see him get the victory for the team. But it was a great back and forth match. And of course, Juice Robinson did have the title with him.
Yeah, the Yellow Bunch.
Yep. Circled around the ring to greet everybody.
Very nice. Chucky T, any heel tendencies this match?
A little, but
They're still
they
telling that story.
They were quick.
Okay. I'm sure if they were telling that story still, or is it just New Japan?
And then next match was unfortunate. Was supposed to be Hot Sauce Tracy Williams against Flip Gordon. Match started off good, but then Flip Gordon suffered a knee injury after hitting a running drop kick. You know, kind of like the one Finn Balor does to the opponent into the turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was either when he connected or when he landed. He landed awkwardly. Tried to power through it, but knee gave out. So Hot Sauce Tracy Williams won by referee stoppage. Couple of referees came out. Hot Sauce as well helped Flip Gordon up. And they got him to the back. So, but yeah. And interesting enough, the show before, Chris Sabin had the same type of injury. But apparently Sabin's is more severe than Flip Gordon. They said Flip Gordon will take like maybe about 4 to 5 weeks, and then he should be good. Chris Sabin has a torn ACL.
That's not good.
Yeah, so it was so unfortunate because it had the potential to be a great match. Next up, we had another 6-man tag team match. It was a proving ground tag team match. We had the ROH 6-man tag team champions, the Kingdom, go up against Hurricane Helms, Luchasaurus, and Delirious.
Luchasaurus.
This was a great match, but of course the heel team won in the Kingdom. TK O'Ryan and Vinny Marcellia got the victory for the Kingdom. It was really great. Luchasaurus, that may be a big man, but that dude can fly.
Yeah, I mean, the name like Luchasaurus, I would think so, right?
Yeah. Dude, that dude is a beast. The highlight of the match for me was the triple choke slam from the face team.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was really cool. And Hurricane Helms also hit the Eye of the Hurricane finisher he used to have.
Very nice.
So I thought that was cool.
I like that one.
But yeah, it was really good to see some classic Hurricane Helms, and even though he gained weight,
it happens.
Yeah. Next match, I'm gonna tell you right now, was my favorite match of the night. I thought this was match of the night. Bandino versus PJ Black, the Darewolf. Dude,
Bandito.
This was high quality, phenomenal match. It was back and forth. They were both trading high flying moves, trading strikes, and just kicking out of moves back to back. And then finally Bandino hit a moonsault fall away slam
Mm-hmm.
and got the victory. And even though PJ Black was kinda the heel, they shook hands afterwards.
Nice.
But dude, that was a great match. Oh my goodness, man. PJ Black, he had like the gray hair and everything.
Oh yeah, he is doing gray hair now.
Yeah. But dude,
He's the anime character.
Bandito, oh my goodness, man. Like, and he also signed on for ROH.
Oh yes, he did. Mm-hmm. And so did Rush, OG LIJ leader.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. He became official for ROH, so that ought to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, that was the match of the night for me.
Very nice.
Next up, we had the ROH World Television Champion Jeff Cobb against well, it was supposed to be him versus Rhett Titus versus Jonathan Gresham versus Shane Taylor, but Shane Taylor acted like a little wuss and backed out, which me and him, like, I got a few words in to him, and me and him kind of went back and forth.
Yeah.
So it ended up being a triple threat. It was a good match overall, but Jeff Cobb got the win by hitting the Tour of the Islands on Rhett Titus. And now, apparently, Rhett Titus has this bodybuilder gimmick now.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like Chris Masters meets Val Venus.
Oh God.
And I'm guessing the Dogs tag team with Will Ferrara. I don't think Will Ferrara is with ROH anymore.
I don't think so either.
But oh well.
Right.
And then next up we had the Women of Honor World Championship Street Fight. Which it was Jenny Rose. She got a title shot against the Gatekeeper Kelly Klein.
Yay!
This was a great match, but what disappointed me was she came out with a freaking entourage.
Who?
Kelly Klein?
Who's her entourage? They look like her. Hello.
Some random ROH dojo graduates.
Any looker?
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
But dude, it's like, why does she need that? Like, she's a dominant champion and wrestler without all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Why does she need that?
Well, because it seems like they want to make her Shayna Baszler.
Which was also, oh man, I just think it's dumb. I think it's dumb. There was no reason for it, but it was a great match. They both went through a table. There were chairs, but ultimately Kelly Klein got the victory. Jenny Rose put up a great fight, though. She put up a great fight. But great match, and thankfully the table spot was in front of us.
Oh, very nice.
So I got a great shot of that.
I bet you did.
Next up, we had the newly formed Villain Enterprises. Went up against the Briscoe brothers and Silas Young and beat them. Oh my goodness. The crowd was so into this match, and they were so over for the Villain Enterprises.
Well, you gotta be, right?
So, for those that don't know, Villain Enterprises is made up of the leader, the villain Marty Scurll, PCO, and Brody King. Dude, PCO, he was probably the most entertaining of the match.
Mm-hmm.
He did like flippy stuff.
Yeah, from what I heard, that's kind of his thing.
And he did a lot of chops too. But dude, like, the crowd was so all over this match. And me and Mark Briscoe jaw-jacked back and forth.
Very nice.
He even threatened me.
Yeah.
But Yeah, this was an excellent match. Like I said, it was very wild and crazy. It was back and forth. But ultimately, the Villain Enterprise is looking strong, getting the victory. And then we had the main event. But before the main event, Nick Aldis came out and did a promo and talked up about the Crockett Cup, which will be taking place April 27th at the same venue in Concord at the Cabarrus Arena and Event Center. And he even hinted that at some point he may issue a challenge to Jay Lethal.
Mm.
And then he joined for commentary.
Very nice.
So, Jay Lethal, ROH World Champion, defended against Dalton Castle. This match started very aggressively to the point where even Jay Lethal hit a very, very early lethal injection.
No damn.
And when he made the cover, Dalton Castle kicked out at 1. Dude, this was a crazy aggressive match.
Sounds like it.
It was back and forth, definitely back and forth. Counter after counter of finishers. And then what was crazy though, Lethal got hit by a really, by a suplex from Dalton Castle, shook it off, hit a buckle bomb, hit a lethal injection, and got the victory just out of nowhere.
Damn.
Yeah. Dude, there was even a time where he got some offense going and then instantly hit the lethal combination and then hit the Hail to the King. Dalton Castle still kicked out.
They were playing it up.
Yeah. Great match. Of course, they shook hands afterwards. And then Jay Lethal gave a final speech for the evening.
Yeah, what he said.
Pretty much talked up how ROH is the best company in the world and is very happy to be there. The talent there is insane. And, pretty much just talked up the company, talked up the fans.
Usual stuff.
Yeah. So, thought that was really cool. Overall, great show. My friend Leo and Dad had fun. And of course, since it was an Honor Club stream, there was no intermission.
Nice.
So, Kelly Klein stayed after for a bit to chill with fans.
Very nice. You chill with her?
Nah, the folks were tired, so had to head on back.
They'd have been waiting for me and Kelly.
Oh, you would have stayed, right?
Oh, yeah, I would have. Kelly.
Yeah, she thick too.
Kelly Kapowski.
But she's really nice too. Back when I met her a couple of shows before, she was really cool.
I like him cute and nice.
But so you and I are still good for Crockett Cup?
Yeah.
All right. Just had to make sure.
Yeah.
Had to get evidence.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's talk about the weekly stuff. Let's talk about Raw first.
Okay, show.
So interesting enough, Mr. McMahon, well, I guess with help from some little stirring the pot and instigating from Baron Corbin.
Of course.
Braun Strowman is now out of the Universal title match at the Royal Rumble because he ripped off
a door.
Limousine car door.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
I guess they're gonna save him. Well,
that's the plan. Apparently, he is to save him from losing to him again. So.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
I guess it is what it is. We had Ronda Rousey team up with Sasha Banks. They both defeated Nia Jax and Tamina.
Mm-hmm.
But you know they're eyeing for each other.
Well, of course.
The Revival got a victory on the Lucha House Party, but the Revival did request for their release.
Yes, reportedly. But nobody's getting released. They're not giving nobody their release right now. So, yeah. Told them, apparently, according to a tweet that was deleted by one of their fathers, said that WWE asked them to give them 3 months to do what they want, to get them where they want them to be.
Uh-huh.
And then see what happens from there. So basically, they just told them, "Hey, man, wait 3 months, and we'll make everything better for you."
3 months.
I'm like, that's stupid, and fuck you. I wouldn't want to wait 3 months. Let me out of here so I can go sign for some money and get paid not to do shit because this thing's not even actually a thing yet. Okay, so let me go get paid to do something that's not even a thing yet. Or I just show up at somebody's indie event and attack the entire roster for some reason.
There you go.
The AEW thing's already I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that invasion thing already when you ain't even done shit.
So wait. Is that when their contract is up? Is 3 months or
no? They're just basically just telling them wait.
Dang.
Yeah, but apparently they're not going to release anybody from their contracts anytime soon. So because that's just it does them no good to do so. So they'll just hold on to you and not let you get. Drake, stop.
Let's see. So Vince McMahon announced a fatal 4-way match to determine Brock Lesnar's newest challenger.
Yeah, don't forget about all that beef in the ring.
Oh yeah.
That was so awkward. You sure about all this beef in here, Finn? Yeah, you're great. But all this beef.
You can make some stew.
Kept saying beef. It's just like, this man. Do you like big dudes? I think you just like big dudes, man. Like I don't. Yeah, no. I don't. Mm-mm. I can say as a heterosexual man, I have never described a big dude as being of beef ever.
Yeah.
I can say this is very, very, very strictly and strongly. I have never referred to another man as beef.
Me neither.
Yep, it's weird.
Of course, those 4 competitors were Finn Balor, John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin.
Yeah, a lot of beef. Little old baby with all that beef.
Wow. So Riot Squad had a match with Bayley, Natalya, and Nikki Cross.
Yes, Nikki Cross. Now, do not get too excited because as you see later, all these NXT people are showing up on every show. So they're keeping it even more of a mystery.
Yeah.
Weird way to do it.
Yeah, very weird. And then, of course, they had the interview afterwards, and Nikki was being like Nikki.
Yep. And EC3 got no reaction during his reveal because it was during a match in a split screen.
Yeah, which was dumb.
It was awkward and stupid.
So, Finn Balor was busy that night.
It was.
He not only
is in like 4 days.
Yeah.
He had NXT UK, and they had that shit. And I know he had it in a live event, probably.
Yeah, Finn Balor's been a busy man.
trying to get this motherfucker injured again. So they can be like, yep, see, look, he got injured again. Can't push him.
So not only did he defeat Jinder Mahal to keep him out of the Fatal 4-Way, but he won the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, he did.
And got a little endorsement from John Cena.
Yeah, just like, who the fuck are you, John? Nobody gives a fuck, dude. You're not that guy no more.
Sure ain't.
Ain't nobody gives a shit about who you give a fuck about, man.
Now, probably the most interesting thing that happened, we have ourselves a new Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, is that the most interesting thing? I thought the most interesting thing would be the Women's Tag Team Championships from the other week.
Well, I mean, I figured that was going to eventually happen, but...
No, but we finally saw them.
True.
And we found out when we're going to see them fought for. Elimination Chamber. And it's going to be teams from both SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah, 3-3, I believe.
Yeah, it's much more interesting than stupid Bobby Lashley.
I just didn't think he was going to win the title. Dean hadn't had it that long.
No, but then Dean had nobody else to feud with.
True.
It was a pointless feud and wasted all our time.
So he's probably going to have the belt for a while.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be stupid.
So, yes. Women's Tag Team Championships were revealed. They look pretty cool.
Hey, dude, they look different. They look different than what we already got, so I'm happy about that.
True. And then Otis Dozovich came out of nowhere, and I guess he has a thing for Alexa Bliss now. Who
wouldn't? Let's be honest. Because good lord. But yeah, you got to be able to keep your stuff together better than that.
She all right.
You are dumb.
She all right.
You are dumb. That girl is redonk.
She cute.
She bad.
Man, please.
Thick as all hell.
That small girl.
Thick as all hell. You are big.
But that's pretty much Raw.
Yep. Decent show, nothing special.
Decent for once.
Yeah, but very true. Except for the heavy machinery stuff. But
yeah.
Alexa Bliss was in that segment. Also, the weird Alexa Bliss with her top off segment was weird. But unfortunately, I mean, while I liked it, it's unfortunate that it had to happen. And the idea that it's got like more views. The YouTube video has more views on YouTube than pretty much any other video that they've put out. So
that's sad.
Yeah, I mean, but it was them testing out the old model of the way of doing things, and yep,
I guess
it worked. Definitely worked.
SmackDown. So, start off with quite a show. Becky Lynch shows up, drinks a nasty protein shake.
Oh yeah. Takes in her mouth.
She took it like a man, because she is the man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say any filthy things. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Becky Lynch got on the mic. Then out comes Asuka. And then out comes the Iconics.
Yeah, Peyton Royce, good lord.
Oh, come on.
You're bugging.
You all about some Peyton Royce.
Because she bad, man.
First it's Alexa Bliss, now it's Peyton Royce.
Yeah, they are very attractive. Very attractive. Don't get it twisted.
I ain't gonna lie, Peyton Royce does look good.
Yeah, look. If you get a chance, look at her Instagram page. Good God.
So, they both had matches. Singles matches. Becky Lynch beat Peyton Royce. And then Asuka beat Billie Kay rather quickly.
Yeah, the Peyton Royce one was better because it actually made her look like an actual wrestler.
Well, I thought Peyton Royce was, had gotten a lot better in the ring. Billy Kay, I'm not convinced.
Well, because we don't get to see Billy Kay, the way they just literally just threw her to Asuka and didn't have her do anything.
That's true
You'll
too.
never they just don't let her do anything. And I feel like she's definitely better than she used to be, but they just don't let her do anything. And it is what it is.
And they got chewed up and spat out by the Man and the Empress.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for their showdown at Royal Rumble.
Should be very good.
And we had another segment with AJ Styles and the new Daniel Bryan. And of course, they're going to meet as well at Royal Rumble.
They are.
Are you hyped up about this? Or not really?
No, not really. I know it's going to be a good match. I don't really give a shit.
Fair enough.
For WrestleMania at this point. It gets to the point with these championship matches where it's just like, oh, okay, so I know nothing's going to change for a while, so let's get to it.
It's a fair point. Samoa Joe beat the crap out of Mustafa Ali.
He whooped that ass.
Yeah. I mean, just destroyed him. Destroyed the little man. Oh, well. He'll bounce back, though.
Oh, yeah. It was just more just showing Samoa Joe's dominance, just being it makes him like a main eventer.
Right. Until
they found out.
And then Andrade Cien Almas got a big victory over Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, he did.
This was good because, he's been needing some wins.
Yeah, and he's been having great matches and actually getting wins.
Yeah. And I think it was mentioned that him and Rush are good friends, and apparently Andrade was saying to Rush, "Don't come here." It's like
that was that was another report that WWE found out that he was mentioning that to him. It was like on Twitter. And it may have also caused them to let him start to win. And, like he may have started getting a push because of his sentiment.
Yep. WWE trying to cut corners and
but they're finally paying attention.
Yeah.
Finally paying attention.
Took them long enough.
Idiots. And I hope more people just tell them they want to leave, man. Like, if you're not getting what you want, get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
What are you doing there? You're putting your life on the line to, it's just, I get it. It's WWE, but they'll want you. If you can do it yourself, they will bend over backwards to get you. You can make them eat you can make them join the Kiss My Ass Club, man. Like, just think about that. Just like, oh, I can't wait to make you kiss my ass. Because you guys were bullshitting. You would give me all this bullshit to do, and then you thought I couldn't do anything. But, it's funny how karma comes back and bites you in the ass eventually.
That's when they got to bring Rikishi out for that.
Right? Like, come here, kiss it real good.
So now the Miz hosted a bestie birthday bash for Shane McMahon, which I'm now getting the realization that the Miz is a face.
Yeah, and I'm officially over this storyline. I don't want no more of it. I didn't want it before. I definitely don't want it now.
The Miz as a face is stupid.
I mean, it is what it is. I have no problem with him as a face. It's always short lived anyway. But him as a face is way more goofy. He's a clown when he's a face. When he's a bad guy, he could be a heel.
I guess.
So he's going to be a clown. They literally involve like cake and shit in a segment with him. So I'm not taking anything seriously that's going on this. Nah, I can't. I can't. So it is what it is. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to pay attention to it because I don't care.
And then The Miz defeated Sheamus, and Shane McMahon did a coast to coast with the cake.
Ugh, so bad. So bad.
And that is SmackDown for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, SmackDown was going really good, and then we once again got to feature Shane in the main event because he's the most important story on this damn show.
Well,
Absolutely not true.
He's the best in the world according to Stank Jewel.
Yeah, they don't call it. They call it the World Cup now. Remember?
Yeah.
Ron changed the name.
Yeah. All right. 205 Live.
Oh, babe.
Which is now back on Tuesdays. Lio Rush got some revenge on the Lucha House Party by defeating Lince Dorado. It was a great back and forth match. But Lince Dorado couldn't quite get the victory.
Good. Leo should be winning.
And then Buddy Murphy had an open challenge. And Humberto Carrillo, who used to be Raul Mendoza's tag team partner.
We also had a match this week on NXT.
Yep, sure did. Dude is good. Dude is really good. Gave quite a match for Buddy Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
That was really, really solid. Really solid match. And Buddy Murphy got the victory, but he had to work for it.
Good. He should.
But that was pretty much all that happened. And apparently I hear the Canellas want to be released.
That's for their release as well. Mm-hmm. They're probably going to be denied as well.
Because they're not doing jack with them.
No. Not at all.
They would have been better off on Raw or SmackDown.
But he was on Raw and did nothing. No, was he on SmackDown?
I think it was SmackDown.
Yeah, he was on SmackDown. And then he was on Raw because he was helping somebody beat. He was like a goon squad. He was part of the goon squad. Wow.
Right.
Because he actually got drafted to Raw and then never did anything.
Yeah.
Except for help beat down Honor Reigns and them.
Yeah. Beat down the Shield. Yeah.
Yeah, for the Dogs of War for some reason. It made no sense.
Right. But, yeah. All right. NXT UK.
Okay.
So, they only had one episode. They didn't have two.
Yeah, they've actually started going back to one here lately. Last couple of weeks, they've only had one.
Yeah. I guess not
finally
sure.
Caught up.
Guess
they've likely finally caught up to themselves.
Oh, I see. So, had a good match between Ligero and Saxon Huxley. Ligero's been looking solid. Any comments on that match, or not really?
It was what I expect from a Ligero match.
Right on. Jenna went up against the White Witch Isla Dawn and defeated her.
Boo!
You wanted Isla Dawn to win?
Yeah, Isla Dawn forever.
Huh. So you're riding the Isla Dawn hype train.
Yep.
Interesting. If anything, I think she should, with her gimmick, she should be a heel.
Nah, I like her.
And then, unfortunately, once again, Fabian Eichner and Marcel Barthel got one over on Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. They just can't catch a break.
They're basically both Sami Zayn's to them. No wins.
Man, shoot.
Hopefully it turns around.
Such a bummer. Such a
Very
bummer.
much so.
But it was still a great match.
Of course it was. You expect this. Great. They so good.
You want to add anything?
Nah, not to that.
All right, regular NXT.
What?
So, actually got a couple of matches.
Yes, we did. Although only one made me mad.
So, Street Profits went up against and defeated the Metro Brothers. Match did not last long.
Nope. But it was funny.
And then they got beat up by the Forgotten Sons.
Ugh. Forgotten Sons have been forgotten.
Don't like them?
No, I mean they're fine. They're very forgettable.
Hmm.
You know, like there's nothing particularly great about them.
That's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point. Bianca Belair slapped the taste out of Shayna
That was
Baszler.
good promo work. That was good promo work.
For a moment, though, it looked like Bianca Belair was kind of afraid, but
Well, yeah, because she was like, you know, the whole that was like, yes, good. I love this. You guys are okay. I love this. And then it was like, no, bump you. I got this. Like, yeah, Bianca.
I mean, that was a slap heard around Full Sail.
Yeah, she slapped shit out that shit.
I mean, just 5 fingers straight to the face, slap kind of slap.
Yeah, what your homegirl's gonna do now is ever watch you get slapped in the face, biatch. Yeah.
But yeah, that was good to see Bianca Belair make an in-ring promo because most of her stuff has been backstage.
Yeah.
Good promo.
She's
good
good.
promo.
She is good.
Don't you find it kind of interesting that we haven't seen Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, and Kairi Sane on NXT TV in a long while?
It's very weird, but I'm also assuming that these last batch of tapings, they just weren't available.
Huh.
Because the last few weeks of they were the last taping block before the holidays.
Oh.
So
and they've been on tour.
Yeah, exactly. So once you start factoring in like the taping schedules and the tours and the injuries or the little getting sick, yeah, it sometimes it can make people feel like they've been gone for a long time when technically they've had like a month, like 2 months off vacation basically.
Because I know Kairi Sane had a slight setback with the foot and mouth disease.
And she has not been featured on the show at all, and I think like the tour was her first like in-ring return back to doing stuff.
Because we never got the 6-man tag match of Shayna Baszler and Jessamine Duke and Marina against Kairi, Io, and Dakota.
No, Dakota's injured now, so that ain't happening.
Yep. So, well, hopefully they'll be back soon.
It's likely. It's going to be a little while. For sure.
Dominic Dijakovic defeated Adrian Jode, this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu capoeira man.
Yeah, Eddie.
It was a good match. It was actually back and forth.
It was, and he got wrecked.
Feast your eyes.
Good shit.
And then, as you had mentioned earlier, Humberto Carrillo had a match with Mr. Johnny Wrestling himself, Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
And of course,
Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah. But, hey, he been busy too.
True. Very true.
And then we had the main event of Cassius Ohno versus Keith Lee. Cassius Ohno gets the cheap victory with a low blow.
Of course. Piece of shit.
Yeah. Well. Looks like a sack of hamburgers. That dude's gained so much weight.
Sack of hamburgers, good lord.
But,
good giant Sasquatch, man.
Oh, man. But that does it for WWE. So, before we go, let's talk just a little bit about AEW. Like really? Like, for something that's getting made from scratch, a lot of people with a lot of money going all in on this.
They're gambling like a mug because everybody wants to be in on the ground floor. That's
Right.
what investment. That's what investment is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to be in at the cheapest part, so that when you sell later, you paid in the shade. It's just it's a for some reason it's a thing that's always been around, and it still goes on. And I get it. I just AEW, like, I'm excited for the wrestling product, but the more I hear, the more I'm just like, this is going to be like a lot of other things were, and I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, but I'm not going to hold my breath for a great knock it out of the park kind of thing. Like, people are definitely going to hyperbolize anything they do, and they're going to basically champion it as much as possible because it's an indie. It's like an indie do-right story, but they have a lot to prove to me, because they're coming from a position where, okay, like, you have a good idea. I want to see you guys execute this shit.
So you don't have high hopes?
I just have whatever hopes. I feel like people are just getting themselves super hyped up, and are just going to be disappointed because they are expecting to be something else than what it's going to end up being, because they're going to have to figure out the best way to do the way they want to do stuff. It's going to be rough. It's not going to be perfect from the get-go, right? It's going to be a rough product to start. So I'm keeping that in mind, and I'm not getting all super crazy about it. I'm like, okay, this will be straight. This will be fun. I can't wait.
Well, it's definitely something that, may take a year to really get off to a big bang.
Yeah. And it's going to take about a year to get anything.
Yeah. So, I mean, but it's like a we'll see sort of thing.
Yeah. That's exactly where I'm coming from.
I mean, they're making some moves. So, they seem like good moves.
Yeah, nothing's real until it happens.
Yeah.
For me.
And I think, we'll get a taste of that at this Double or Nothing show in Vegas, which I hope it gets streamed or something.
Well, it kind of have to be. Now, I'll say this. I liked the first one, but I think that that's what I want to see every friggin' week? Hell no. They had dick druids. I'm not going to want to watch that shit every week. That to me, that's cute, but it's not good, right? Like, it's just, that's not what I want. And if that's the sense of humor they're going for, okay. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. It seems like their kind of sense of humor. I just because I like those guys, I think they're great, doesn't mean I'm gonna jive with their sense of humor just all of a sudden. I still don't think any of their shit that they do is funny.
Dang.
But I get it. It's just like, there's certain things that I don't think are funny. I just don't. It feels like you're trying too hard, and they are definitely the tryhards, where they're a little more Kenny and Dolph than I want in my wrestling.
Jeez.
All of them. They all do a little too much. They're all like, speaking of Dolph Ziggler, him leaving after his contract's up.
Oh yeah, that's confirmed.
Yeah, he's like, he's out, and apparently they want him to be a producer, but he's got like stand-up shows, and he doesn't want anything to do with it.
I see. Dang.
So we'll see. See, last time they kept him around by throwing enough money at him. It seems like they could buy him last time. What makes them do it?
Maybe they could do it again.
Maybe. I would think so if he did it once.
But it'll be interesting to see what happens as
I'm down for
more stuff develops.
I want wrestling.
You and me both. So, in 2 weeks, man.
What?
New Japan.
Woo, woo.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Crazy.
But that will do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next week. I believe we'll be doing our Royal Rumble picks.
Royal Rumble.
So that ought to be good. That ought to be really good. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching, and we hope to see everybody again soon. This is Blitzball Champ.
I'm Hollywood Cinema.
And Hollywood Cinema.
I am.
For the Team GOWGO Wrestling podcast. We will catch y'all next time.
On the flippy.
Laters.
Have a good one, party people.